Hello everyone, Abby here, Purple Cottage Crafts, and yes, you are seeing my craft table, and I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to finally have my beauty out. So what I'm going to be working on today is I'm going to be organizing the trailer, which is just right outside of the front door here of the cabin, right there. And that is going to be what I've been calling Abby's Annex. So it contains like all of my fabrics and papers, things that I don't have room to put in here, and all of my things that are affected by the cold and the heat and things like that are in here, like my adhesives and my inks and sprays and things like that. But I'll give you guys a tour of my area once I get it set up. I have another Rascog cart coming, it's supposed to be here on the 17th, I think. So that way I can turn my carts this way, that direction, and have 3 carts and have some additional storage. Now my table is, technically it's a, like a workbench, like for a garage or whatever. But I use it for crafting because, it's a table. And it does go up and down. And when I'm sitting or standing here to work and I need my table lower, I'll just roll these carts out and set them right over here. It'll be fine. This is some extra storage for fabrics and things that I use quite often. That's not completely organized yet, but it'll get there. And then this is the printer that both my husband and I will be using, all the printer paper, things like that. That pot down there is going to be used for some of my eco dyeing. I didn't bring all of my eco dyeing pots and stuff with me because we have limited space right now until we find property. So this is what it looks like right now. These are all things that are going to be going into the trailer, and which is just right outside, like I mentioned. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this portion, and then I'll see you guys in the trailer in just a minute. Okay, so we are outside, as you can tell. The beautiful snow. So you're gonna hear cars going by. My husband's out here rearranging things. So you're gonna hear some extra noise, but I need to keep going so I can get myself set up and I can get back to filming proper actual crafting videos. So this wagon here is full of books, and my husband had told me, or I told him actually, I said I'm only gonna bring enough books to fill this wagon up here, and then I did it, you guys, and I actually had it a little bit above, but I've taken some of the books off. This is just more of our winter, kind of lap blankets, things like that. So that'll get put in the cabin eventually. So those are the books I have there, and I have some more inside here too, because we went back home for Thanksgiving, and I went to St. Vinny's, which is my favorite place ever. So in the back of the trailer are things that are like household things, empty boxes, stuff like that we don't have for room here, but we wanted to bring them with us for whenever we do get our own place. So as you can see, those are my totes of different things. The yellow and black totes, those are household. I think they're empty. And then we have more of my stuff here, and then down there, and then all of this. This is a pillow that goes in the house. Forgot to take that in. And this is a really cool blanket that I'll show you at some point. So what I plan on doing, I gotta make this part quick because I gotta charge my camera, is what I'm gonna do. I probably won't talk through all of it just because I'm gonna be kind of coming in and out. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and probably set up my camera once it's charged and kind of just do like a process or something like that. So you can just kind of watch me organizing if that's interesting to you guys. So what I did, for all my new subscribers, welcome. Sorry I didn't say that in the beginning. I apologize. A little rusty, you guys. I haven't filmed for a little over a month, so I'm trying to get back into it. So what I did when we moved, or before we moved, is I used yellow paper and I wrote Montana. That way we knew, well, if I wasn't in the RV bay at the time, then my husband and our daughter and stuff would know that those are the totes that got set to one side of the RV bay going to Montana, and the things that were going to storage had a pink sign that said storage. That would kind of keep things organized. So that's what those signs are. I'll take them off eventually. But I have, a lot of just my just miscellaneous things. Like this one here is full of the embossing folders that I brought with me. I didn't bring every single thing I had because there's just no way. In the cabin we're in the trailer and all that stuff. So I just went through my stuff and brought the things that I use the most and things that I thought I would use that I didn't really want to replace here. Like I don't want to go to Hobby Lobby and go rebuy dyes and stencils and things like that because I already own them, so it didn't make sense. So I brought that kind of stuff. And this is just a project I'm working on that I have been for almost a year. I'm hope to get to that soon. I don't know why that sticker's on there. That drives me bonkers. I must have, oh, I remember, because I bought these right before we were, right before our house, the sale of our house closed. Usually I take these off right away because it just drives me crazy. Anyway, I'll focus on that later. Abby, nobody wants to watch you peel off stickers. Anywho, so I have like some projects in there, things that are going to be ready to go up on my Etsy as soon as I just kind of take them out and just flip through them one more time, make sure that they're done to what I would like. I have some of my old albums in here, like, not my own personal scrapbooking albums, but you know what I mean, like vintage scrapbook and photo albums. I brought some of my magazines with my vintage magazines, and I just brought a little bit of that kind of stuff. So most of my things, like I said, are back home. This tote here is full of just book covers, and then I have some piano roll paper there. And then this is just more of like my ephemera type stuff. I'll open these totes up as I go along so you can kind of see what I have. This is just an empty one. As you can tell, I brought it because I wanted to have that extra space to kind of reorganize things, because these things, you guys, are amazing. They I got mine from, I got a couple, I think, from scrapbook.com. I know you can get them from Amazon and Hobby Lobby, but the ones at Hobby Lobby, they are very expensive. So, and I don't think they do the, no, they don't do the 40% off coupon anymore. So I just get mine from Amazon or scrapbook.com. But I haven't ordered any since last summer. That's my rolly tote that I use when I go to scrapbooking events and stuff. So it's empty. I had this in the front part of the cabin for a while. It held a lot of my embellishments and stuff. And so now I took those items out and they're put away where they belong. And what I have in here are just some extra things of fabric and things that I don't get to too often. And so that's what's inside here. Down here, all my stamps. This entire purple tub is my stamps. I did bring every stamp that I own because again, I don't want to be rebuying things like that because they're expensive, and some things you can't because they're retired or whatever. So eventually that will get put into the front, or my part of the cabin, the front part. Let's see, just some more different types of papers, just things like that. So what's in here? Oh, it's one of my purple fans. I had two of these because I had one upstairs in my upstairs craft room, and I had one downstairs in my craft room that I had back in Albany, in the house that we sold. So I had a two-story craft room, for those who don't know or didn't know me before, and I miss it. But anyway, no, great things are coming. I'm really excited. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and quit yakking at you, you know, Gabby Abby here. And I'm going to go ahead and get my camera charged. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of get myself organized. And then I'll let you guys be with me, I guess, when I'm trying to organize things in here. So it's easy for me to come in and out of the trailer to kind of get what I need and put it back when I'm done with it, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, the battery is fully charged, and it's a little bit windy, but I think we'll be okay sound-wise since I'm inside the trailer. So what I've done is I brought out the things that I use, but I don't need inside the cabin, because I'm really trying to keep things in the cabin there, my little corner. Things that I use like all the time, and things that cannot be out here that will be affected, you know, by the weather, whether it be the heat or like right now it's, you know, freezing and stuff. So these are my inks, well, at least the ones that I brought with me, and I'm letting, or have been letting them kind of get warmed up here in the cabin because it's, you know, really cold in the trailer. And there's that. And then I have a few more over here, letting my sewing machine get warmed up before I plug it in. It's same with my dye machine down there. All right, so what my plan is, where to go? Okay, so I think this is, what did I put in here? So this is just some different oops, sorry, I'm not even showing you guys. You're like looking at the purple thing. The inside here are some of the clothing and things that I thrifted from St. Vinny's when we went home back to Oregon during Thanksgiving time. So that'll get organized in a tote. This is all fabric that I bought at Hobby Lobby. That is going to be taken out and organized in the totes. So I'll move this to the side for now. And I think I told you guys what's in here. Let me just double check, because I don't remember, even though I did it last night. My excuse is I've had brain surgery. I really did. But anyways, oh, that's what's in here. These are the two men's jackets that I thrifted. Matter of fact, I did do a video on that. I'll link it below in case you're interested to watch it. So these are just some of those cheapo containers that you can get from Dollar Tree. You know, like the, it's like kind of like a riff on Rubbermaid and Tupperware, that kind of thing. So we were using these in the motorhome just for something quick because we weren't able to access our kitchen stuff that we brought with us. Now that we have, I don't want to throw these away because these are things I can use to, you know, like for different paints or different mediums. I can sort and organize my rusty stuff. So I got like 4, I think, of that square, and then I have 2 of the round. I don't want to open it, but so those are great for storage. I don't want to throw those away. So, but they'll live out here until I have a chance to use them. And in this bag here, this is all vintage wallpapers. Some that I brought with me. Yeah, I brought just a few rolls with me because I didn't want to bring too much. And then some of these are items that I've purchased from Habitat for Humanity since we've been here. So some of this is like from the 80s, which some people I guess call vintage. I was an 80s kid, so I don't really want to say that, but I know it is. And then I have some that's legit vintage that was made before I was even born. All right, so there's that. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how I want to organize. So what I did when I was packing up my things to bring here, I tried to organize them somewhat. So in this tote here, as you can see, it's all vintage laces. This isn't here. I'm not sure where I got that. Because what I did before is we moved is I de-stashed a ton of my stuff. I'm really trying to gravitate more towards like legit vintage, you know, laces and trims, and not that I won't use new stuff like this I got from Amazon. I'll use things like that, of course, but my plan is to, you know, have 98% of my stuff vintage, because this is pretty cute, and I can coffee dye or tea dye that. So anyhow, that's what's in this one. Okay, so I wanted to move that off here. So I just wanted to pop this open. I have not seen my beauties since we moved. Oh, they're so pretty. So that's what I have in here. This is not all of my stuff. Like I said, I have quite a bit that I left back in Oregon, but for temporary. But this is a lot of the things that I would use the most. Like inside this little container here, this container at sideways. Hope you guys can see that okay. Sorry if you can't. This is all like laces like from the late 1800s and the early 1900s. So I only brought a little bit of that with me because I kind of hoard that. But you know, I bought it to use as well. So there's that. These are just some different trims and whatnot from Hobby Lobby. And some different appliques. This is like some different, what is this one? Oh, this is just like scraps of like, you know, non-vintage fabrics and whatnot. And then it's different sewing notions. So these kind of things will stay out here because I don't, I was looking for this. I didn't realize I stuck it in there. So anyway, I don't have room in the cabin for this, but what I can do is come out here and shop at Abby's Annex and kind of just bring in what I want to use on a specific project, and then I can bring it back out here. So that is the plan. So I definitely want to keep this where I can access it easily. And here, this same thing, it's all like legit vintage, you know, doilies and things of that nature. And then what's this one down here? I don't know what's in this one. I can't tell. I'll have to open it up and take a peek. So anyway, back to what I was saying is when I was packing, I try to do like laces in a tote, you know, my stencils in a thing, my stamps in a thing, etc., etc., etc. So I have a specific tote in here. I'm not sure where it's at right now, where I have things like this. Like this is, you know, like tapestries and upholstery and like fabric samples, things like that. Like here, like these are from like the fabric store books, you know, and that like the sample fabric. I tore them off with a pad and stuck them in here. So I have a tote for that kind of stuff, and that way I can kind of know, okay, I need laces, okay, I want to use a little bit of upholstery fabric or tapestry. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera, prop it up, and I guess I'll let you guys kind of watch me do this. Now, disclaimer, I'm a hot mess. So if I happen to see my face or something in here, that's just the way it is. So I apologize for that. My goal is to not be in the camera, but if I do, I want you to know that I don't normally look like this. All right, I'm gonna set you guys up and we'll get to organizing. All right, so first thing I'm gonna work on is the tote down here. quick disclaimer, I am in a trailer, as you know, and it's windy, so there might be a little bit of shaking. I can't control that, so I apologize if it is annoying. So I thought I saw, where did I put that tote? I had a tote that had, is it this one down here? I think so. I think it's the one that's still kind of buried. So what's in this one here? So, oh my gosh, you guys can see me. This has, I kind of got to refresh myself. Okay, so this is like all yardage and some upholstery, and this is some different fabric samples, and things like that. So, what is this? That doesn't go in there. Towards the end of us having to, you know, because we closed the house on July 8th, and the new owners took possession, I think it was 5 o'clock on the 8th, something like that. And so when it got to, like, you know, a couple days before that, I started just like putting stuff in different totes just to get it there. So that's why I might find random things like that. Okay, so this is coffee dyed and tea dyed stuff. I didn't want it loose with the rest of this so it didn't smell like coffee and all that. So this is just some yardage. I'm trying to see where my tote is, because I thought I had a separate tote for my different fabric samples and upholstery and things like that. So I'm going to just take a quick peek and I'll be right back. Okay, so it appears this tote over here on the side you can't see. I have my husband's shoes on, by the way, if you see them. These are way too big. I'm a size 9 and he wears like a 13, so they're just easy to slip on. Just wanted to say that. These are not my shoes. Anyway, so I thought I separated them, but I guess I didn't. So it doesn't matter because I can see through these. So let's see here. Alright, so there is the coffee dyed stuff. I'll take that out because I can put that in a different spot. Sorry for all the crinkling, you guys, if you hear that. So things like this can just go in here, I think. I do have a tote that tote this size that is dedicated to like all of my base fabrics, neutrals, whites, creams, you know, the heavier canvas type stuff. I'll get to that one soon, hopefully, and I'll show you what's inside that one. So let's see here. These are just some fabric scraps that I had. I'm not sure if all these things are going to go in this tote specifically. I'm just kind of using it right now. So these kind of things I'm going to hold out and put into that tote that I just told you about. But this is stuff I bought at Hobby Lobby. This is one of the pillowcases you can get, like at Walmart or wherever. But it's like a really nice thick canvas. And what I'm going to do with this one, I bought two because I wanted to kind of have one to use as a pillow case and then one to just kind of play with. So upcoming project, as you guys know, I'm going to be doing slow stitching on this pillow. Not sure if I'm doing it on both sides or not. And this is what I'll be using in my craft corner, in my chair and stuff like that. So I'll definitely film as I work on that. So I want to leave this one close to the top so I don't forget, because that's what Abby does, sometimes forgets. Alright, so, and this is some upholstery fabric. This is just some more neutrals, so I'm going to go ahead and stick them in this bag. I just found Angie's, part of Angie's Christmas present. I can't show it to you because I have to go give it to her. I am so excited. I've been looking for that for a long time. I don't know why I put it in the bottom of that bag. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, so neutrals and stuff are going to go in there, including, well, no, I'm going to leave. These are bags I thrifted when we were back home. And this I'm going to go ahead and put in there. So I'm going to put this off to the side and see what else is in here. Oh, these are some Christmas bags I got at Walmart. I was going to use them to put in the Christmas boxes that I sent home to our kids and grandson, but I came up with something else. So I'm going to use these for a project at some time, at some point. So like these white cotton pillowcases, they will go in that bag. These are just some different fabric scraps here. This is all yardage and stuff that I bought at a quilt store, which is in Anaconda, which I think it's about a 25-ish minute drive from here. Really excited about it. I did a video specifically on that. Let's see, some more thrifted stuff. And, oh, these are some items that I purchased from this Etsy shop. I'll link it below when I go to edit this video. This is my first purchase with her. And I bought a bunch of different sari and applique type things and sari silk and things like that. So I'm really happy with this. I've been using some of this on some smaller projects. So, okay, Abby, focus. Now, let's see. So this is like yardage type fabric. Oh, my head's probably in the way. So I'm trying to decide if I want to kind of put thrifted, like, you know, clothing and stuff. This is a scarf, so I'm going to set this off to the side. Now this is going to change 1,000 times because that's what I do. I change my mind and think, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. So some of this is vintage fabrics, like scraps and stuff, and like things I've thrifted. I paid a dime for that. And then I have some yardage, as you can see. I'm actually going to put that in the neutrals because that kind of goes with those. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here for now. And then as I go along, I, of course, will, you know, organize a little bit better. But for now, I'm just going to kind of do that. And we'll go ahead and put this yardage in there. Quilting fabric, you guys, is pretty expensive. It's like, I think the cheapest I've seen by the yard is like 11 or 12 bucks. But, you know, it's very, very good quality fabric, you know, because it's being used for quilts that last forever and ever. So I try to be a little bit more frugal with this. I love it. I have no problem paying, you know, 12, 15 bucks a yard for fabric like that because I'm not making quilts or anything. And so 1 yard will last me for quite a while, you know. So just wanted to mention that because I had people before ask me, you know, like, why is quilting, like, why is fabric at a, you know, legit quilt shop more than like Hobby Lobby, Joann's, that kind of thing? And that is why, because it's a better cotton fabric. So I have some of these different bundles. I have one in there. I saw it a little bit lower, so I'll put that in there. And let's see. So this really kind of goes more with, well, it's not really yardage, but it's a window curtain or something. I can't remember, that I cut up. So like this one here. Oh, my knees. This here, these are some pants from Costco. I bought a couple pairs for me to actually wear, kind of like loungy pants. I will. They're pants you can wear out, but I'm not going to do that. So I bought a couple in like a larger size, and the largest size they had, and I cut it up for fabric to use for projects. So I think this type of stuff I'm going to put with the clothing and things that I've thrifted. So I kind of have an idea of what clothing I've cut down. Now, essentially this is bits of fabric, of course, but I want to kind of have that stuff together. So I'm going to put that over here for now. Okay, yeah, I don't think I want that in there. And then this will go somewhere else. So I got quite the mess behind me, you guys. You can see it. All right, one bag emptied. Yay! So I'm going to put that bag over there. Okay, so this is some of the upholstery fabric for now. I'm just going to stick that stuff in there until I get a better spot. This, I'm going to leave this out because I want to start working on that project here pretty quick. All right, so this one's pretty full for now. And we'll go ahead and close this one up. Oh, wow, I just caught my hand in there. That did not feel very good. All right, just moving my wallpaper over. Sorry, guys. I'm like a whole body in frame there. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my lace tote down here. Doesn't mean it's going to stay there. It's just going to kind of sit there right now while I work on some other stuff. So this tote isn't as deep as the other ones. And I got these all at Target because, well, I love Target, number one. And two, the handles and things are purple. I can't help myself. It's a sickness. All right, I'm going to tear these off as I'm going along because I can't stand labels and stuff on that. So, oh, you guys, check this out. I wanted to have some of my own personal projects that I've made around me just to kind of, I don't know, this just makes me feel like I'm more at home, I guess. So this is a concertina that I made, oh my goodness, 3 years ago, I think. And I'm pretty sure I did a video on it. I'll link it below. But I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, I made this like 3-something years ago, so I love that. So this is, as I mentioned, like, you know, like vintage, like legit vintage laces and, you know, like table scarves, things like that. So I think for now, I'll keep that in there because I can see it's right on top. So I don't have anything to add to this one. Well, I do. It's not accessible for me to get to right now. So I'm going to leave that like it is. All right, so this one here. Have these off as I go. Ooh, what's in this one? Let's see. What do I have in here? Oh, okay, I remember what's in here. So, well, this can come out. So I put my rusty stuff in the cabin. So these are projects that I'm currently working on, like some different journals and some of my sewing thread. This kind of like some bits and bobs, it looks like my extension cord, stuff like that. So I'll leave it in here. And then I have a couple, actually more, like 5 or 6 of my slow stitch kits that I put together last year. So I have some of those available. I think, let's see, if I made extra. Yeah, this is like, can you guys see? That is what's in one. Like they're individually packaged like that. So I have those, and then I have these, which are legit, like 100% vintage. I'm doing this upside down for me. So I have some of those kits available, and I'll probably get those listed on my Etsy and then also on my YouTube here shortly. Okay, so this is some of my, like my sari silk, different fibers. Let's see. And then like my different embroidery, flosses and string and stuff like that. And oops, these need to go inside. These are some Tattered Angel sprays. Let's see, some stamps. Ooh, this is some vintage lace needs to go in there. Let's see. And then I have one of my Ot lights. And then I have in this one here, these are some of my cabinet cards. I have like, I don't know, probably a couple hundred or so. And because my husband, he on eBay, there was a lot of them. I think it was like 100 and something cabinet cards. So he bought that for me. So that's why I have so much, because he bought me Christmas, birthday, I don't remember when it was. Anyway, so I just brought a few of these. Sorry, you guys, because this is upside down for me. So I brought some of those, and these I want to keep out to put in with the vintage book covers and stuff, so I kind of know where they're at. And then here's another one. So I guess I did bring 2. I didn't think I did. And then I have my postal scale, which I need. That's down there. And I've only brought one of my different boards like this. This is a no, this is a gift box one. I think I brought the envelope too. I thought I did. I'm not sure where it's at. But anyway, so that's what's in that tote there. So until I get the fabric and stuff put away, I'm going to go ahead and put these back in here for the time being. Just for now. And this goes in that tote that the camera's currently sitting on. So I'm going to leave that. All right, we'll get to the next one. Okay, so I know you guys can't see it completely, but just I have my small tripod, so it's kind of propped under the tote, so I apologize for that. All right, so in this one down here, this needs to go in the cabin because I'm keeping like all of my different, you know, like fusibles and things like that inside in my sewing stuff. Let's see, these are some fabrics that I dyed with, ooh, what was it, blueberries, I think? I can't remember. So put those aside for a moment. And these are some different, I don't remember what's in this one. Oh, okay, so these are some different laces that I could not fit in that other tote. So I'm going to put those up there for now. These are my vintage fabric packs from the subscription from Lisa Matic. I'll link her below as well. Sorry for all the crinkle, you guys. And so I have some vintage quilt pieces in here. Alright, so this is just a white piece of something. Oh, now I did keep my neutrals and creams and whites of like vintage things like this in here. So what's in this tote underneath these top layers are like different, you know, things like this that are like vintage and stuff, tablecloths and whatnot. So, and these, some of these, well, this isn't vintage. This is obviously fabric by the yard. This is semi-vintage. I can't remember exactly how old this is. I don't remember. What's another Lisa thing? Okay, and so some of this is not vintage because I can tell these are by the yard. So I don't really want to keep by the yard stuff in with my vintage stuff. So I'm going to pull those out. This stuff here is just flaxseed, Abby, words. Linen. Can't even talk today. So pull those out. Same with this stuff here. Let's see. This is not vintage, but it's some old string. This is actually a table runner or something I was going to use to... Oh no, I bought that by the yard from... oh my goodness, I buy from all the time. Terra Textilia. I will link her below as well. Okay, this can go in that tote that you guys are currently sitting on. So I'm going to organize that as well as that one. This can go out. Oops. Trying to keep stuff off the floor in here because we walk in here with shoes and stuff. So, all right. So I think I'm pretty happy with what's in here. Yeah, some doilies in there. I thought, no, I'm going to pull these out because I have a specific tote for these kinds of things. Check this out, you guys. This is so cute. I got this at, I'm trying to, now it's upside down for me, so I'm hoping I'm in frame right. Okay, so this I got from, gosh, 3 or 4 summers ago at an estate sale. And this lady she had passed away, and her husband took him like a year, I think they said, before he could bring himself to selling off her things. And so I got a ton of vintage things like this, but look at that, isn't that cute? And it's got a chain in here. I'm not quite sure what this was for. Of course, he didn't know because it was all of his wife's stuff. But if you happen to know what this was like a prayer book or something, or I don't even know if that's original. It's like you can just kind of clip it in. So anyway, this is super cute, and I've kind of hoarded this because I just think it's so cute and so unique. But eventually, I will be making this. Ooh, sorry, guys, I'm upside down like I've said 1,000 times. I will be making this into a journal at some point. So for now, it's just going to live in there. All right, so I do have some fabrics and things that can go in here, and I'll grab those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found just a couple bags of a few items. I have more of this type of stuff that I've purchased off Facebook Marketplace and that I thrifted when we were back home for Thanksgiving, blah, blah, blah. But they're inside the cabin and I'm kind of buried in here right now, so in the trailer. So I'll get those later. But what I have in here, sorry for the crinkling, you guys. These are some vintage, you know, like little, I'm not sure, I can't remember what the lady had them listed as. I don't remember, so, but you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Oh, be quiet to make sure I'm in frame here. Isn't that pretty? So, so pretty. And this is the set of 4, and I plan on using these for some slow stitch journals and whatnot eventually. So these, do I want to go in here or in... No, these are going to go in the tote that you guys are currently sitting on, as well as this other stuff I took off. So, don't need that bag right now. Put that over there. And here, we went to, let's see, what was the name of that town? Let me get these out real quick. I didn't do a haul video on a lot of this stuff, just because of space, and I didn't really have a proper filming setup in the motorhome. So, these are some vintage items that I thrifted from this place. Oh my gosh, what town was it in? I'll put it across the screen just in case anybody is in, you know, the Butte, Montana area, that kind of thing, if you want to go there and shop. So I bought all the ones that they had. His wife wasn't there. It's owned by a husband and wife, and it's like an antique / gift shop type of thing. And so he said that he was pretty sure she had more, but they weren't at the shop there at their house. So we'll go back eventually, and I'll go shopping for some more. So these are some different vintage things here, pillowcase and things like that. So those are definitely going to go in here. And like I said, I have more inside the cabin that I'll get later. What's in this one? Sorry if my head's in the thing. I'm trying to bend down. Oh, this is my neutrals tote right here. That's good because I have some things to throw in there. All right, so for now, I'm going to grab all of my vintage fabric kits that are from Lisa. So it's going to be a little crinkly just for a moment. And I want to keep those in there because they are vintage fabrics from France. Let's see here. I think that's all I have on this pile here. So I'm going to go ahead and close this tote for now. There is some extra space, but which is going to be great because I do want to keep some of these types of items in the cabin. But I can't keep it all, of course. So I just want to make a little bit of a variety in there. So I'll go ahead and close this one back up. Sorry if that's loud. Okay, so there's that one. So in that box, these are the vintage wallpapers that I brought with me. And yes, those are there. And then that bag I already showed you guys a moment ago. So let me show you how the trailer looks right now. Okay, you guys can see what a hot mess this is now. It is organized chaos, I promise you. So that's the bag I emptied a little bit ago. Those are items that need to go in the cabin. This is a tote that was full, but I started to empty it inside there, and it had some different things in it that I'm keeping in the cabin. So I'm going to have an extra empty tote, which is good because I've been buying more fabric and I've been buying more vintage things because happy the shopper. So that is good. In this bag here, this will go in one of the tote with like the different fabrics and things like that, like clothing and stuff. This one here I've organized. Let's see, I'll stick it on top here for now. This is all of my wool. Now there is an amazing store in Portland, Oregon, which was about hour and a half-ish north of where we lived before we moved, but I ordered online. And I'll link them below too. Let's see, what are they called? I got a lot of stuff I got to link. Portland Cottage wool. And I kept it because I love it when companies do this. When they, on your invoice / packing slip, I love it when they list what you bought, and I'm keeping it. So when I use these different things, I can know what, particular bundles I'm using. But this is just gorgeous, gorgeous wool, you guys. It's just absolutely beautiful. So there is that. Okay, so I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to get these things organized in the proper totes since I don't have you guys sitting on it anymore. Oh, there's another Lisa one. And then I'll be back when I'm ready to move on to the next one. Okay, so in this tote here, just kind of a hodgepodge it looks like. It came with my sewing machine tote that I didn't bring this particular sewing machine carry with me because I have another one. Oh, I forgot to mention my sewing machine is being kept inside as well, just because I don't, well, one, for easy access, and two, because I don't want it to, sit out here in the freezing cold and stuff. So this is like, you would like throw in fabric, scrap, string, things like that. So I will take that in. And let's see, I got some vintage string in here, some buttons. Okay, so these are like some tablecloths. And I brought these, so when I do more of my slow stitch kits, I like to wrap my embroidery floss on that. Let's see, down here, this is some velvet. I did an embossing velvet video. I'll link that below too. This is beautiful. I think I'll keep this out with the wool and stuff like that. Maybe with the flax linen fabrics, actually. Flaxseed linen. I never did like a haul video on this stuff. Let me show it to you real quick. I bought these bundles off of, some of these are from Terra Textilia, but these bundles like this, I got these off of a lady on Facebook Marketplace, and I wish I would have bought every single one she had. Once that order came and I loved it, I went to go buy some more and they were all gone. I said, dang it. It's like Costco. You got to get it when you see it. All right, so in here I have a bunch more of like the interfacing, things like that. So I brought more than I thought I did. And so I think what I'll do is the stuff that I have inside the cabin, I'll probably bring it out and put it in here. So, because I brought more than I thought I did, which I just told you guys, sorry. So there's some different vintage tablecloths and stuff in here. I see something else down here. What is that? Oh, this is just some vintage wrapping papers. So I'll put this with my vintage papers that are on a separate tote. And yeah, this is just all like interfacing and stuff like that down here. Fusibles, Bondaweb, things like that. And then I have those in here as well. So eventually I will be putting these into a different tote so I can have a room to put my other fusibles and things like that in here. So there is that tote. So let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Okay, so this one down here, I really don't think you guys can be able to see. I have you on the edge as much as possible without having you guys fall off. Let's see what's in this one. All right, put the lid over here. And my camera's going to die here in a little bit, so if I just cut off real quick, that's why. I need to go charge it again, but I need a clear path so I can get out of here. All right, so yeah, this is my neutrals? Yeah, this is like all my neutrals and things down here. I did put some extra things on top, just as I mentioned before, just kind of throwing things in here. So this is yardage. Let's see, this is some cheesecloths that can stay in here. This can come out. This is more like dyed cheesecloth, things like that. Doesn't need to be in this tote. So I really want this one just to be like the neutrals and stuff like I told you. Actually, that can stay in there. Okay, these are going to come out. These will go into that vintage tote that's right behind me. This, I don't know where I got this. Did I thrift this? Or I can't remember. But that can go in a different tote. And that's a coffee dyed piece. Not sure that got in there. So everything in here is like neutrals. Now this is a little bit darker. Oops. You guys can't even see. I'm so sorry. So this is another pair of those pans from Costco. So I'll put that with the fabric. This is yardage, but I think I might want to keep this stuff in here. It's not really like a neutral cream, that kind of thing, but it's like a base fabric. So I kind of want to have all my base fabrics in here. I'm going to pick up the camera so I can show you guys a little bit better what's in here. Okay, so looks like I have some more of my different, upholstery sample pieces and things like that in here. So those will get pulled out and put in a different tote. So I'll take those out. What's this? Yeah, this is just more of that. So this is, I thought I had a complete tote of nothing but neutrals. I wonder if it's behind me maybe. I'm not sure. So I can't get to it right now, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of sort this and organize a little bit better. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to charge the camera. So I'll be back. Okay, you guys. So as you can tell, it is getting to be darker. It is a little after 6, I think. So I have the flashlight on my phone going, or else you guys, this is how dark it would be if I didn't. So nothing to see here. Can't really see. There are lights, but they have to be hooked up to like the pickup or something, and you know, that's just way too much work to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. So this will be like part 1. I did quite a bit more before it got too dark while I was waiting for my video camera to charge up again. So I'll kind of go over that with you guys. I did some rearranging in the totes and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm getting there. I have some things out. I still need to, you know, get another totes, but I need the daylight to do that. And then once I get my fabrics and linen sorted out, then I'm going to move on to the papers and embellishments and things like that. So, all right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this first installment, and hopefully I wasn't too chatty. And but I find these kind of videos interesting to me. I like to watch how people organize, whether it be in my situation, you know, organizing your craft room, whatever. So, and I talk with my hands, that's why it's moving like that. So okay, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.